Good afternoon, and today I want to talk to you about something that's been driving me nuts for probably most of my adult life, and that's taking on too many projects at once. I often find myself jumping from project to project, and it just really slows down my progress, leads to poor quality of work, and causes me to be overwhelmed. So I want to talk about a couple ways to combat and avoid starting too many projects. Now, I'm not saying not to fill your day up with things to keep you busy, things to get done. What I'm really saying is big projects. Like, for example, these kitchen cabinet doors, I started working on them 2 years ago, and I'm just now, this weekend, putting them on the cabinets. So, the initial problem there was I took the cabinet doors off when we bought the house and said, oh, I'm gonna update these. And they sat for 6 months before I even began. And then I put the trim on, they sat another 6 months, I painted them, they sat another 6 months, put the second coat of paint on them, and now we're finally getting hinges and putting them on. And the big reason that's happened is because I would start working on them one day, then I jump to another project because I've got this squirrel personality where I'll work on something for a little bit and then I'll get bored and move to the next thing, and that's something I need to work on. And I know there's a lot of people like this. So I think one of the ways to combat this is to solve the initial problem with this project, which is to see it through right from the beginning. Maybe only start 1 or 2 projects at a time of this scope and size, and not move on to the next thing until these projects are complete. Another thing I started doing to combat my problem of taking on too many projects and never completing anything is to create a checklist of all the steps I need to do to complete that project. And this is really good for creating actionable steps that's going to help you push your way through that project. Every time you complete a step, just check it off your list and move on to the next one. And I can guarantee that this is going to help you see progress faster in any of the projects you're working on. Because if you're like me, checking things off of a list is very satisfying and helps push you forward. And finally, if you find yourself stuck on a project, you might get the urge to kind of shelve it and go start something new. But I don't recommend this because you're just going to end up stressing yourself out if you start more projects. So what I recommend doing is taking a little time off, pursue some of your hobbies, go watch a movie, read a book, just do something that isn't particularly project-based so that you can come back to the project with a new perspective and hopefully wrap it up. So that's it for today. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.